Oh, it's official like a referee's whistle. Roki Sasaki, welcome to the Dodgers for 2025. Stoked to have him on the team. I want to get to that story right away. And is the MLB scared of the Dodgers being too good? There's a story I want to cover on that too. And Jim Bowden calls for an investigation on the signing. I got the scoop on that as well. And the Dodgers, how did they make this happen? They made a couple trades last second to make it happen. I'll get to those stories and more. This is Dodgers Digest. Brad J with you. Hit the subscribe. Man, big boost yesterday. I think we had 30 subscribers just picked up yesterday in one day. Let's continue that progress. Subscribe, like, turn on notifications, and let's get down to business. All right, here we go. It's official like a referee's whistle. Roki Sasaki is a Doyer. It's official. There's his Instagram post, and that just feels good right there. That's the top of the park. He's going to have better seats than that because that's like the nosebleed behind home plate seats right there. But I'll tell you what, Roki Sasaki is a Dodger, and it has happened. And is this my point? Time to just go ahead and Brad Stradamus was right again. Sometimes it just is tough being right all the time on this stuff. Did I not say, and those of you, even if you don't like me, but those of you who've been listening to me for a while know that I've been calling this trade's going to happen no matter what. There was way too many tangibles in it, and the Yu Darvish and blah, 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 and the Padres and the Blue Jays and all that. Sorry, that just wasn't going to work out in the end, and the Dodgers were going to be victorious, and they were, okay? And that's the deal. Roki is now a Dodger, the three-headed monster, or the three-headed dragon, whatever you want to call them. They are going to bring it, and teams are going to be scared. In fact, MLB is just a little scarred themselves on things. They are thinking to themselves, are the Dodgers actually unstoppable, right? No, MLB says they're not unstoppable, even with Sasaki. Thank you, MLB, for hooking me up with that info, okay? And I feel like, because if you look at the post, and I'm talking about if you go to Facebook and you look at X and you look at everything, the post, a lot of Dodger haters out there are just really bummed. I'm not even going to watch the season. I don't even care. So MLB, I'm sure, sees this and doesn't like this. So the article came out on MLB. Dodgers aren't unstoppable, even with Sasaki. Let me explain. All right. Can't blame you for feeling that way. The defending World Series champs have already signed Blake Snell, Hee-Sung Kim, Micah Conforto in the offseason, re-signing Teoscar Hernandez, Blake Trinan. Oh, and they're getting Shohei Ohtani back in the rotation. The Dodgers are such on a roll right now that they can just pick any player and choose whoever they want to play. So there it is. That's what MLB is saying, but they go on to say, because of this, it can also feel like, well, the Dodgers are somehow a shoo-in to win the World Series again, as if it's somehow inevitable. Heck, why even play the season? But here's the thing. While the Dodgers are certainly the favorites in 2025, yeah, check with Vegas on that one. Guaranteed the favorites, especially after signing Sasaki. They are not, in fact, likely to actually become the first repeat champions since the hated Yankees from 98 to 2000. If you have the option of predicting the Dodgers or that field, the answer is obviously overwhelming obvious. It's the field. Okay, but here's the deal. They don't really say anything of substance saying that how it's not going to happen. But let me just tell you this. It's baseball, and if you're a baseball fan, you know on any day, anything can happen, and anyone can win on any day. So that's the story right there. It's not a done deal. But I'll tell you what, I'm thinking it is a done deal. Dodgers go back-to-back, and they're going to win 2025, okay? That's just the way it is. I'll make that prediction now. I mean, how's my predictions going? I was wrong on Buehler. Started off 0 for 1. And then, what? Got Teoscar right. Then I was 1 for 2. Then I got Sasaki right. I'm 2 for 3. I'm doing pretty good, okay? Brad Stradamus will continue to predict what's going on. So I feel like it's more of a damage control than anything. All right. Jim Bowden calls for an investigation. Remember, he's the former manager who used to manage for the Reds and for the Nationals, right? And he was the one dude that was adamant during this whole thing that the Padres were going to get Sasaki. All right? And now he's calling for an investigation. Here is what he says let's take a look at the Dodgers Digest quote of the day. Here we go. Quote of the day, this one, Jim Bowden. What does he say? All right, I think you're going to find that there's going to be multiple teams that are going to ask the commissioner's office to investigate this signing, which, whatever. It's not whether that happens or not, nothing's going to happen on this. I can tell you that there were several front offices that believed, so their feelings that there was a pre-cut deal. It was denied to such an extent it makes you scratch your head. Jim Bowden, former MLB manager, Reds and Nationals. That's what he had to say about that. Okay, so if he's calling for an investigation and you think it was all tainted, then why was he picking the Padres the whole time? Because every single article you would see, like 99.9% of every article regarding Sasaki would pretty much be Dodgers. And there would always be Jim Bowden. His one article would be about how the Padres are going to be the one to land Sasaki. And because he doesn't get that right, he calls for an investigation, and he says other managers have been involved in that. Interesting stuff. I'll keep you updated as things develop on that one. All right. Dodgers make the trade with the Reds and, what was it, the Phillies as well, following the Sasaki announcement. Okay. This is going to go back to, I said this was going to happen. Brad Stradamus predicted this too as well. If you remember the show yesterday, I don't know if it was the morning one I did or the afternoon one, but if you remember that, I said the Dodgers are working behind the scenes right now to get more international pool money to make sure they have enough to sign Sasaki. And there had been no stories on it whatsoever. But that is exactly what happened. That's how they got the extra money to make it like, he's not taking $3 million less to play for the Dodgers instead of going to the Jays. After trading with the Phillies for international bonus pool money, the Dodgers had that deal with Cincinnati. They went and did that too as well. Minor league outfielder Arnaldo Latingua to the Reds for more international bonus pool money. That's what they did. That's how they came up with the extra money to be able to end this thing. And so I called that. I said that. I said the Dodgers right now are not going to be $3 million short to the Blue Jays on what they're going to offer Sasaki. I said it. I said they're working with teams. Obviously, I wasn't able to name some teams. I thought Padres were going to toss up some of that money, but they used their money on that. But the Dodgers found it. They got him. The Reds did it, and the Phillies. So we thank them for dealing with the Dodgers and getting Sasaki signed for the Dodgers. So big props to the whole Dodgers organization. I mean, from Brandon Gomes to Andrew Friedman to Dave Roberts, everybody in between, for all the hard work they've done this season, because what an offseason it has been for the Dodgers, picking up and signing all the stuff that they have done. So big ups to everyone involved in that. And once again, just congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Roki Sasaki will be playing in Dodger blue, and it could not be more happy than that. That, my friends, well, that's going to do it for another Dodgers Digest. I'm Brad J., and as you go through the day, always remember to think Dodger blue.